is a wonder walking power of God. There is a wonder walking power of God. Power of God. Through His power He breaks all fetters and setting people free. There is a wonder walking power of God. Oh, there is a wonder walking power of God. Power of God.
Greetings from Jacksonville, Arkansas. Today is Tuesday, June 17th, 2025. The time is approximately, it was 9:11, but now we're at about, I would say roughly 9:14 p.m. I just finished a grocery haul video, and that was like my second grocery haul for YouTube social media. I did one previously back in, I believe in February. I decided to do this video separate. This is going to be how to wash and clean your 10-pound bag of, in this case, Tyson chicken leg quarters. It doesn't have to be Tyson. I do have another video of when I actually washed and cleaned a different brand of chicken and things. I'm going to put some gloves on, you guys. So you don't want to like handle this stuff without gloves. You can, but I'm going to wash this, and I'm also going to bring my vinegar around. This 10-pound bag of chicken does not expire until June 20th, 2025. Expiration date is here. But if I don't hurry up and get this put away, I don't want this to turn bad. I had Bible studies, and then y'all look, it has a lot of liquid. So, and then I have this bag down in here. Let's get this pulled out. First, let me go get the gloves. Again, let me wash my hands up. And y'all, while we are waiting on me to put on some gloves here so that I can separate and wash the chicken, and I just pulled out several of these half-gallon freezer bags. So far I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That should do it. Okay, now for the gloves, let me get them and slip them on my hand here, or hands rather. And also, you guys, I was looking for this product. It's called It's Tasty Pure Organic Flavor, and this is the fresh sage. Of course, this is old. I've had this for some time in the fridge, and it has a loud smell now, so I won't be using this. But I was trying to purchase another one. It wasn't even on the Walmart website. They have another sage that's a different brand, and I kind of like this. You know, one time I got some, and I don't know if it was the sage or the bay leaves. It was something. It wasn't all the way full at the time, but this is really a good product, and I hope that they bring it back. Okay, so let me look at the product information, and then I'll get back to the chicken video. So they're located in Rockingham, Virginia. And all right. Okay, you guys, I have found the gloves here. This is the poly disposable gloves. These are the poly disposable gloves. It says one size fit all. Y'all, these are not expensive at all. They're very safe, and they come in handy here, so it's a must-have for handling food. And this is the poly disposable gloves. It says ideal for food handling, preparation, and product features food safe, latex free, powdered free, comfortable fit, material complies with FDA regulations. So I'm going to be using these. Now, I only need just one, because it's going to be this hand that I mainly be handling, that will be handling the chicken. And let me just slip this on right here. Let's get this on here. Right there. All right, you guys. Let me just pull it on. Voila. And it's loosely fit like a churn. All right, because, you know, this chicken is any meat, you know, you want to be careful. When you're handling raw meats, especially meats that have been in the store for a long time, let me get some vinegar. So you all, I have, this one is about empty. And so I got some more white vinegar. And I'm just going to keep this one to the side. I like to cook with the brown apple cider vinegar. It's also good for spiritual use. So let's get this one over here. And actually, it doesn't take a lot of vinegar. Let me go ahead and open this up. Wish I had a tripod, a cameraman. Let's see, before I open this up, this is the back side of the chicken. It's distributed by Tyson Sales and Distribution and Company in Springdale, Arkansas. Right there. And then let's see what the serving size is. It's showing that, of course, we know this is a 10-pound bag, and it says about 26 serving per container. Y'all, it has a loud smell, but it doesn't expire until June 20th. I do admit that I was, you know, that has been here for a couple of hours here in the sink. So without further ado, I have torn a hole here on the side of the bag, and this one has a lot of liquid. So let's get all that liquid right here, that bloody red liquid out of there. Let's get that out of there. I'm just going to dump. You see all of this mess right here? Look at that. It's not frozen. They keep this one fresh, supposedly. But I have never poured out a bag of chicken that had this much waste. You see that? That brown red? That's nasty. That can cause bacteria. And I'm not trying to be sick or anything. So I don't know what was the packing date on this, but it says best if used or freeze by June 20th, 2025 on the bag. Let me get this bag opened up more. Y'all, I have opened the bag up more so the chicken can come out. I hope that this isn't bad. I don't like to take things back to Walmart. Whenever I buy it, I'd rather for the product to be good quality so that I can, you know, get my use out of it. I don't like to be bothered with returns. Y'all, look at the color on that. Oh, okay. You know what? It doesn't look bad when you look at it with the eye, but through the camera, it looked a little brown. I just hope that it's fine. Let me get all of it out of here. Just kind of take every bit of that chicken out. All right? Every bit of it. Again, that's the Tyson chicken leg quarter 10-pound bag. I've got all of that dumped out. And now I've dumped it, and you can see like all of the debris inside of the bag here. So they may want to start freezing this chicken here to prevent it from going bad, because it does have a slight smell. So without further ado, let's just set this over here, and eventually I'm going to throw that out. And that feels a bit broken. I hope it's not broke, but hold on. This water, just let it slowly drip because it'll splash all over the countertop. Let's try to minimize it. So I just want to rinse this off first before I put any type of vinegar or anything on it. I'm just going to wash this chicken, you all. Again, this is the chicken leg quarters, where the drumstick, also known as chicken leg, is connected to the thigh. So if you want to, you can take a knife and you can cut it along the groove right here, and just have make it a two-piece. But this is together. It contains The leg quarters contains the thigh and the leg. You want to wash this chicken, you all, so that when you want to put it away in freezer bags and things. So when you're dealing with meat, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this water off right now, and I'm going to let this water drain, because as you can see that this water is cloudy and dirty, okay? So we want to get this drain out, and then we're going to rinse it again before we even come in with, and then this stuff right here, we want to set that aside. I want that going down the drain. Put this in the bag over here. That's the fatty part of the chicken. So anyways, you all, let's get that water out of there. And then we're going to run some more water on it, because we want to try to get it as clean as possible before I come in with the vinegar. You see, I got my gloves so I can go on and pick this meat up with no problem. Let me put it on cold. It's the chicken already, thawed out. That water was warm. Put it on cool. So they claim 26 servings. And anyways, this is one piece, which actually turns into two. So 1 leg quarter, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So that's 8 leg quarters. That contains 2 pieces that are together in the form of a leg quarter, which is the thigh and the drumstick. So that 2 times 8 is 16 pieces of chicken that you can grill or bake or boil or fry. Some people may want to fry that fried chicken. Alrighty then. So let's get some water in here. I'm going to get this chicken. Let's go on and get it rinsed off. And put some vinegar on it and start putting it away, y'all. Okay, some nice size pieces in here. See? Not bad. Okay. It's looking a whole lot better since I poured it out and began washing it. Now, y'all, you see how cloudy that water was? I didn't even put a stopper in there or anything. The chicken itself stopped it up. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to get my vinegar. Y'all see that chicken is looking a whole lot better. And I'm going to take the vinegar here. Let's go ahead and finish using what's left in this 64-ounce container. Let's see if I can get a snippet here. So you all, let's go ahead without further ado. Let's take this vinegar here. Ain't but a little bit down in there. And let's just go ahead and pour on over the chicken. You see how I'm drizzling it? You see some of it coming out? Just putting it all over the chicken. And now that is the front side of the chicken with the skin on it. Some people skin their chicken. I'm not skinning this. If I want it skinned or whatever, when I cook it, sometimes the chicken here, it's easy to pull off anyways while it's thawed out like this. So if you want to skin your chicken, all you got to do is just pull that on back like that while it's thawed out, and you can just pull all of that on off. But I'm not going to skin the chicken. But whenever I season the chicken with the skin on it, if I bake it or even grill it, I oftentimes will pull the skin back and put the seasoning underneath here. and then put, your salt of your choice there on that part. So always pull that skin back and see if there's salt, pepper, or seasoning salt down up in there, garlic powder, chili powder, wherever you want to put in there. So you see me use all the rest of this white vinegar from this container. Now I got to open this one up and go. I'm going to flip the chicken over and open up the other container. So let's flip her over, and we're going to put some vinegar on this other side. That one don't look too good to me, but you never know till you start fixing them. Look, you see the rib, the backbone on that part of the bone. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Sometimes the bone part of the back be something to be pretty tasty. I wouldn't say some of the tastiest, but be pretty tasty. So I'm just getting a snippet picture of that as well. Let's get some vinegar on this as well. Let me get this open. Okay, I've got this other vinegar open here. So I will be putting some on the other side of the chicken, the meat, the labna, and of course labna means meat in Arabic. Now you see the smaller one, it looks like glass, but it's not. It's plastic. It's clear plastic. This one here, it's a little bigger. It has a handle. Look at that. Yeah, that was a 64-ounce 2-quart. So this one I have to be careful because it's easy to squeeze there. See? I don't want to put too much, okay? Because we're not trying to pickle the chicken. But you all, just to recap before I pour the vinegar on here, the purpose of this video is how to wash your raw chicken meat and put it away. And before you do it and put it in storage, how to cleanse and basically sterilize and clean your raw meat and separate it, especially when you're buying it in big bags like this. And I'm just going to begin drizzling it over on this side, just like I did the other one. Now, you all, some people, and of course I'm going to wash this because my hands here. I've been touching them. Just don't worry, I'm going to clean it more, okay, as I go along. So you all, we're not trying to make pickled chicken. So you see how much vinegar I poured over here on this other side. The purpose of doing this is to pull out the parasites. All meats products, whether it be, some people say fish isn't a meat, but even worms can get into any type of anything from fruit to meats to vegetables. And so the purpose of using vinegar is not only is it being used, people use vinegar like we do in America to make pickles, like where you take a cucumber and let it soak in pickle seasoning to create that dill pickle taste that we use for our hamburgers and stuff. But vinegar is a very diverse product. We can use it to boil with pork meat, other meats to help pull out the parasites. For those who don't know, even humans have worms in their body, right? There are various types of worms like tapeworm, hooked worms, pork worms, various kind. If I find any information about worms, I will include it in the description box. So again, it's important to put in vinegar when washing your chicken. Now, what I'm going to do here, I'm not going to leave that vinegar in here because that's quite a bit of vinegar. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to rinse it now with some water. Because again, you don't want this to taste like pickles, right? Because if you're baking it or using barbecue sauce in the future, let's turn that down a little bit. Let me just put the sprayer on it here. All right. So I'm just going to kind of spray that off to try to get the vinegar to come off of there. Because see, that vinegar is so strong, especially the white distilled vinegar. Both of these vinegars are strong. This one, people use the apple cider vinegar to make like a drink, but I also cook with it. And but this one here is so strong, the white distilled clear vinegar. When it goes directly into the meat, it begins working immediately. So you want to wash that off. You want to wash that off. The ideal is just to pull the worms out and the parasites that the meat may have. Alrighty then, there. So I've rinsed it off, and y'all believe me, that's a lot of vinegar. I can smell it. Now that the chicken has been washed and it has been drizzled with this white distilled vinegar, I am going to grab my freezer bag. So let's begin putting this away. Okay, and again, you can use whichever size freezer bags you need to use. Today, instead of a gallon size, I am using these half-gallon freezer bags for meats. And of course, you can put vegetables or fish or whatever you like in there. And so this is half a gallon. Let's get started. And of course, this is the Great Value half-gallon freezer bags. You know, they come in all different types of names like Healthy, and then there's some other brands. Okay, let me get this open. Okay, you guys. So we're just going to take this bag here, and I'll have a Walmart bag right here on the counter. And we're just going to open this up. And depending on how much I like to eat, I'm going to take 1, 2 chicken leg quarters. This is 1, actually. And we're going to put this in the freezer bag here. Wish I had a cameraman. All right, so I got that in there. That's 1. If you know that you're not going to eat more than 2 pieces, then you can just put 1. But I'm actually going to go in. I'm going to do 2 pieces of chicken here. So let's get a second one in here. And then I'm going to fasten it. And then I'm going to repeat the process. You just want to fasten the seals to assure that the bag is fastened. But you don't want this is really good to do this to avoid freezer burn. Make sure that you snap the little grooves together. If you can find the freezer bags that zip up, that will work as well. But make sure that it's fastened, because if it's not, your chicken or any meats you get can get freezer burns. Let's see, I've got 2 in here. so far that's 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's going to turn into like really 4 pieces of chicken. And then here I have 4 pieces remaining. Let's continue the process. For the remaining chicken, I am going to use, let's see, 4 bags. I'm not going to put 2 in the other one. So I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm just going to put each piece in 1 bag here. Normally you don't want to waste like this, but this is how I'm going to do this. I'm going to put the remainder ones in a separate bag each. Because I don't believe I'm going to be eating like 4 pieces of chicken every time. Sometimes you might just need 1 big leg quarter, 1 thigh, and 1 leg probably do it, depending on, what your appetite is. If I'm making fried rice or baked chicken or barbecue in it, it just depends, Take out as much as you need or as less as you need. Okay, you guys, so far I have 3 bags of chicken here inside of this Walmart bag, and I've got 2 pieces of chicken here. I decided to go ahead and put 2 in a bag like I did with the other ones because one of the pieces was smaller. Now with this, I will do 1 of each. So it's just 1 in this one. Of course, this is a half a gallon. It can fit a lot of meat in there, but some of these leg quarters are pretty big. If you have a permanent marker, you can write a date on there if you like. Now, I've got another bag right here, and let's just go ahead and put that last piece down there and here in the freezer bag. Make sure that it's sealed. You don't want your meats to go bad. Just so you can see the quality of the leg quarters. Don't worry about that fat. Some people will pull it off. You can pull it off if you like. Some fats actually help the meats to cook better. It helps to add flavor, but to each his own. So there you have it. Thigh and leg all together. That's what's called a leg quarter. Now that piece right there, I don't like that. Look at that. I don't like the skin right there. What's that? Some of the feathers there. Look. Take a look at that. It doesn't mean the chicken is bad. It's just that if you like, you can actually cut this piece off and throw it away. One moment while I get a knife and cut that off, because I don't want to eat that piece right there. You see that? That's pretty ugly. I guess maybe that was where the feathers were. So why you want to wear gloves. And of course that's just skin. That's not the chicken. That's just skin and fat. You see that? That yellow stuff? That's just fat. You can just cut it off. That probably was an old chicken. Y'all, it's been a long day. I'm going to go ahead to end this video. I would recommend that you take a knife and cut this part off, but I'm just going to take a look at it. The rest of the meat looks pretty good, for the most part. Is that a gallbladder? What is that piece right there? That'll make the food bitter. You see that little round thing? So you want to pull that off for sure, because it'll make your food bitter. That's a gallbladder. So this had to be an old chicken. What do you think? So what I'm going to do is, y'all, instead of me giving it the grace of a freezer bag, I'm actually going to put it directly into the Walmart bag. So I'll know that this is the one that had the worst looking, what would be, because, you know, presume it's a feather. I never seen feathers look like that. But anyways, you all, it's wet, and so maybe that's why it looked like that. But I'm not going to even give it I'm not even going to waste my bag on it. So I'm just going to put it right in another one of these plastic Walmart bags. And I'm going to tie this down and actually I'm just going to twist it a little bit. And just put it in here with the rest of this stuff that I got in the freezer. And you all, this is going to complete my video. I'm about to put this in the freezer. This one, I won't have to worry about, you know, do I have that ugly piece of chicken? I'll know that it's in the plastic, in this plastic bag wrapped separately, and that the pretty ones are in there. And so with that note, you guys, okay, so just before I put this in the freezer, I just want you all to see what I got right here. Just to recap, see how I put everything away in the all the chicken away in the freezer bag. All of these are packed in two, like this one. And then we have this one that is by itself. And then over here, we have the ugly one. Oh, I don't want my sponge in there. That's going to have to be clean for sure, or I'm going to have to throw it out. So we have the ugly piece of chicken in this Walmart bag. All right. Let's get her to the freezer. Y'all, I thank you guys for watching. I have moved the chicken over to the freezer. Y'all watched me separated the chicken. You watched me wash it. Well, it was already separated, but you watched me pour it out the bag and put it into, wash it down and put vinegar on it and put it into separate freezer bags. So you guys, I have this chicken here in this Walmart bag here in the freezer, along with some other meats. I'm just going to flip this back in here because I don't leave my meat out like that. You know, I thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you guys in the next video. So y'all, look at this. So, you know, I just want to say this. When you separate your meats like this, it cuts back on time. Because what if I had frozen that whole big bag? I would have been waiting all day.